Hey everyone, good morning. Dennis Kaye here with Belize Islands Real Estate. I told you I'm going to be coming to you with several videos regarding the sixth census property coming to the west side of Ambergris Caye. And I'm very, very excited to start to share more and more details about this company, about this development with you, because it's not like other branded resort properties, which they are really cool in and of themselves, right? So the Marriott property, the Hilton property down south at Mahogany Bay Village and Margaritaville and all that. I love all of them for different reasons. But this sixth census property is going to be more than just a resort. And that's why I'm so excited about it, especially considering a country like Belize that drives a lot of its growth from tourism. But as we've seen in different parts of the world, if the tourism growth isn't controlled, if development isn't controlled in a proper way, then it can quickly ruin the very thing that people come down to see. All right. So, first of all, the Belize government has done an amazing job over the past 3 decades of setting aside a lot of its landmass as protected government property that would never be developed. A lot of its seas, so large portions of the Caribbean Sea that is underneath the Belize umbrella has been set aside as marine parks and reserves. Even a large portion of the northern part of Ambergris Caye has been set aside. I think it's about 3,000 acres as a United Nations World Heritage Site, right? So either that severely limits development or prohibits development. So when we're looking at a very sensitive area like Ambergris Caye, we've seen it grow over the years. We've seen some large complexes be built, like Cocoa Beach, Grand Caribe, all these major resorts on the island, and more people keep coming down. So the thought might be, well, to have another large development this time take place on the west side of the island, what is going to be the impact on the environment? What is being done to mitigate any damage that might be done? And what is being done really to make this resort, this Six Senses, not just a place where people can come and use and enjoy and have the fantastic vacation of their lives, but what is making this resort very special in a way that's going to improve this portion of Belize, not just use this portion of Belize. And so, what I want to share with you today, this should be interesting to all of you guys, no matter if you own property in and around Secret Beach, Ambergris Caye, even if you own property in, let's say, Placencia or Corozal or the Cayo district. This is just really cool to understand what steps are being done with a company like Six Senses that I think all of us can absolutely appreciate. So I'm going to do a share screen with you, and I'm going to go right to the this article. In fact, you can download this article. I'll put it in the comments below, and it's called this article is sixsenses.com, and this is their report from 2019. I don't think they have an updated one. Probably takes a long time for them to put all these numbers together, but it really gives a nice overview of the history of these Six Senses properties, where they're currently located around the world, and what they do when they go into an area to really make sure that they are giving back to the area, that they're benefiting the local community, and that they're doing as much as possible to make their properties sustainable, environmentally friendly. And you'll see that as we go through a lot of this. So, first of all, right here, I like this because you talk about the people that are going to be involved in constructing the project, staffing the project, the locals that are going to benefit by working there and by being able to provide for them and their families. So that needs to happen. Also, the people that are going to be using the project, right, or the property. So either the owners of the villas, or those who are simply coming down as tourists for a week or more. So that's an important part of the component, right? Very, very important. If you don't have people, you don't have a resort. But also the planet. All right. So obviously you're looking at the water surrounding it, the mangroves, the sea life, the birds, the wildlife that's in the area. How's all that being affected? How can we contribute back to the planet? And also profit. Profit is very important. You can't run a business if you don't make a profit, right? So this has to be sustainable financially in order for it to work for everyone, right? So you don't want somebody to come in and all of a sudden they're not making a profit, so now they're cutting corners, right? So now they're doing things simply to bump up their finances at maybe a detriment to the environment. So you don't want that. So these three really have to work in harmony. And one of the things that I really appreciated as I'm kind of scrolling down here is some of the things that they have done and are doing. So for example, regarding plastics, they have been very proactive, as has the Belize government, by the way. The Belize government has done a fantastic job over the past, I would say, 3 to 5 years in phasing out and limiting the use of plastic. So for example, here in the Six Senses website, they eliminated plastic water bottles way back in 2003. Um, let's see, as of 2022, they want to be completely plastic free. All right, so that's coming up just next year. So that's a pretty ambitious goal for any resort development, any hotel project, to be completely plastic free. But another thing I wanted to share with you, which is really cool, this is important too, about coral safe sunscreen. Recently it's been determined that a lot of the sunscreens that we put on to protect ourselves from too much sun has a damaging effect on the coral. And so now they're requesting that if we do use sunscreen and we go out snorkeling or diving, we use coral safe sunscreen. So they have that available at their resorts that have a water component to them. Here are some other really good articles. I'll let you read these on your own regarding what they've done for the environment. But this one right here, I think is really important. It's the Sustainability Fund. All right, so what is that? Well, they have a fund in place. So for example, if you look at to the left here, 0.5% of hotel revenue. So whatever this resort generates in hotel revenue, all right, Six Senses Belize. Now imagine how just what a substantial number that's going to be when this resort opens and we start to have occupancy rates like we expect to have. Then that 0.5%, that is not an insignificant number. That is going back into the Six Senses Sustainability Fund. 50% of water sales, 100% of soft toy profit, and 100% of guest donations, of course, go back into this sustainability fund. Now, what is that used for? Well, it depends on where the resort is located, but oftentimes it's used for projects in the community, so in the local community of Belize, in one of several ways. It could be contributing to the habitat, the wildlife, public service, education. That's just a fantastic, and I don't know all the details yet of what they would use that for in Belize, but to have that fun, and this by the way is in perpetuity. So this is for the entire life of the resource. This is not just years 1 through 5 or 5 through 10 or whatever. This is right from the start in perpetuity. So to have that in place, so it's going to bring a profit to the community, a financial profit, as of course, people work there. They're going to be able to provide for them and their families and their loved ones. Also, this sustainability fund is going to be able to use for different projects to give back to the community. And when you look here under our projects, I really encourage you guys, go on this website and just look at some of the cool things that they've done regarding the wildlife, endangered species, different things in the different countries they've gone into. And, when you think about Belize, Belize has such a rich diversity of marine life, of animal life. We have, birds and, all the cats, the jaguars. In fact, there was just a cool video shot last week of a jaguar swimming out by the reef, videotaped by some fishermen over there. Just really cool stuff. So when we get down to Belize and we see all this natural beauty around us, we naturally have a desire to want to see it protected. And while development will take place, because that's just the way things go. I mean, not all property is set aside that will never be inhabited. In fact, the island that's being developed as this resort is a privately held island that can be developed, and that does have full government approval. And the portion of Secret Beach, the same thing. These are all privately held pieces of land that can be developed. But when we look at developing with an eye toward sustainability, proper use of the planet, and being able to give back in meaningful ways to the people and the environment, I think that is just a really, really cool thing. So yeah, so check out this article, sixsenses.com, and here's the link. Go to their sustainability 2019 report. And yeah, if you guys want to know anything else about this project, I don't claim to know all the details. I do know some details, and I'm very, very excited for what I'm seeing so far. So yeah, if you want to talk to me about that, you want to talk to me about Secret Beach, buying property, investing in Belize, anything at all, just buy me a coffee at the link below. In fact, I'm having one right now that my clients bought me last night. So they went on my Buy Me Coffee link. They bought me coffee. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And yeah, let's jump on a Zoom call soon and talk about your plans. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.